Okay, so I'm going to do a general overview of the features of the control, specifically the actual components on the control. So up here we have this voltmeter, which is what tracks your voltage while you're burning. This is the ammeter, which shows how much current is being pulled through the machine. This here is a switch to turn the screen off and back on. This is E-stop. The machine will alarm if you push it in. And this is power on, power off. This is the buzzer, which is what produces the sound from alarms. This is the servo sensitivity knob. Mostly it controls how quickly the head moves down when it's approaching the part before it actually starts burning. Typically we'll just leave this in the middle. And here we have the number pad, which is used to enter numbers for depths or for different things. It's also used to activate these features, which I'll cover later. This is the arrows, which you use to cursor around and change parameters. Page up and page down we use to move through the different pages of the parameter list. The N button here will take you to the bottom, and the home will take you back up to the top. Yes and no is to answer questions. Occasionally the control will ask you if you want to confirm something, and you can hit yes or no. These two buttons are controlling the pump. This turns it on, this turns it off. This is to start burning, this is to stop. You have Z plus and Z minus. This button will change the jog speed. You can see that up here at speed. It'll cycle through as I push the button. Jog mode, right now is continuous. You can go back and forth between continuous and jog basically means incremental. You also have W plus and W minus, which will move the RAM up and down. And I'll cover that more in depth later. And then down here, we have the super sparking switches, which is how we control the spark that's produced when you use this feature. Switching it up on just M1 is the lowest amount of additional spark power. If it's M2, it's like the medium level, and then both of them is maximum. And then these 5 switches, you'll flip them up depending on what the hardness of the material is. So if it's just T1, then that's something like hardened steel. If all 5 of these are turned on, then that would be tungsten carbide. So anywhere between hardened steel and tungsten carbide, you'll just leave it at 4, 3, or 2. But you do them in ascending order, so you don't flip up T1 and T3, for example. You would need to do T1, T2, and T3. And I'll show more of how to use that feature later. And enter is how you save values, and escape is to cancel out of something or to go back. And generally that's about it for all the components and features here. We'll cover more of this later when we start the training.
Kent USA, your provider for quality machine tools and services.